These are the 10 most popular mods of the last month for Project Zomboid Build 42. Kicking it off with realistic dashboard and gauges. So every car in vanilla has this same dashboard, and while I have no major complaints, I am a dash bored of it, and this mod improves that. In goes the key, and when you start up it will show all of the different lights. So we have buttons for the windows, the door locks, the trunk lock, and a dial for the headlights, which not only turns the headlights on, it also illuminates the dashboard. There is a brake light, a door open light for when a door, trunk or hood is open. We have a warning for low gas. There is a low battery indicator. The check engine light will appear when below 70% condition. The stop light will appear when the engine is below 40% condition. And when that light flashes, that is a sign that this engine is all but finished. Yeah, this car is finished. But hey, I can still show you this stuff. We have the AC/heater with a nice temperature slider. And we have the radio. You can turn that on, change the volume, flick through the frequencies. Wait, hello? I can hear somebody.
Subscribe to Awpenheimer.
Anyway, you can also save these preferences to the numbers. Oh, and if your car is incredibly beat up, you will notice that the dashboard is too. However, you can change that in the settings right here, in case you don't want that off and you want maximum visibility. Ooh, this one has a different radio. That's cool. Damn, this is premium. Alright, lastly is a cool feature which allows the passenger to actually interact with the radio. That's pretty cool. With some future updates like emergency light control, different dashboards for different vehicles, and a ham radio interface, this mod is definitely worth checking out. And next up, we have Legion Weaponry, which adds 9 new weapons. Those are split into 3 categories: Standard, Advanced, and Legendary. The Legendary weapon can only be found by looting zombies. The others require a magazine to craft, which can be found in the military and police areas. And you will be able to craft all weapons once you find and learn the recipes, and have an advanced forge. So there are 2 short blunts, the first one being the Iron, an incredibly deadly weapon, and the crude Skull Crusher. For the long blunts, we have the Nailed Club and a Chunk of Railing. For spears, we have a makeshift spear, which I think looks very cool. Quite practical too. You can lay some bricks and sweep up the mess after. And we have the Scrap Spear. And lastly, for the axes, we have the Rusty Bandit Axe, the Weaponized Stock, and that leaves us with the legendary Meat Grinder. And just look at that beast. Let's see how good it really is. Oh, it's quick. Very speedy. It is very, very nice. You can also change the drop rate if you just want to get your hands on this bad boy. But I can imagine finding one on the default rarity would feel very, very nice. Then we have the magazines that teach you the different recipes you need. This is a very cool mod. Number 3 is Minimal Sidebar, a very simple mod which some of you eagle-eyed viewers would have spotted by now, and that is the sidebar, or lack thereof. And what this does is hide that sidebar until you hover over it, then revealing all of those useful buttons. I am a big advocate for reducing clutter on the screen, so for me, this is an incredible mod. You can enable or disable it, and you can also enable to show the heart on pulse. So, say I take damage, the heart icon will start flashing. Also, the furniture icon will stay there when in use, allowing you to tab through and see exactly what mode you're in. This is the simplest mod on this list, but up there with those that I would use the most. Quick question. You wouldn't buy a game where half the map is locked behind a paywall, right? Well, if you aren't using a VPN, that is basically what you are doing. And that's why I use ExpressVPN to unlock all of it. By letting me swap my digital location to over 100 different countries, I can watch thousands of new shows across the streaming platforms. Just yesterday, I connected to Belgium, so I could watch Shaun of the Dead and Archer on Netflix. Plus, it acts as a shield for your data. Not only does it encrypt your traffic to stop stop hackers from stealing your passwords on public Wi-Fi, but it also hides your activity at home, so your ISP can't log or sell your history. Gaming-wise, it's useful too. You can switch regions to access different servers while keeping your IP less exposed. And with their new tiered plans, you can get ExpressVPN for its lowest price ever, from $3.49 per month. Get the most out of your subscriptions. Find out how you can get up to 4 months extra by clicking the link in the description box below. That's expressvpn.com/Awpenheimer. At number 4 is Project Arcade. And this adds a bunch of playable retro arcade and pinball machines to the world. There's also some optional add-ons, which I will also be checking out. So, to get these machines working, you will need to find ROMs in electronics related locations and build them. Or you can enable a sandbox option that replaces vanilla arcade machines in the world with random arcades from this mod. Although vanilla arcades are also playable. So I enabled that setting, and you can see here all of the arcade machines have been replaced. But this isn't all of them. There is a lot of them. Check this out. And they all have the original sounds. So to play them, you simply right click. However, you will need a coin. Once you have some of those, you can get to playing. Them having the original sounds is so cool. So the arcade machines increase happiness, fun, and reduce stress. These are purely for entertainment purposes. Here we have the Clawpocalypse, which is a classic claw machine that exchanges a coin for a prize from the pool. There is a pool of default items, but with the add-on mods, there is much more you can win. Let's give it a go and see what we get. Ooh. Pancake the Hedgehog. Alright, let me keep going till I find something really cool. Hazmat Spiffo's pretty sick. There we go, quite a decent collection so far. Let's check out Coin Galaxy. Oh, hell yeah. Let's go middle. Ooh, that was a big one. You know what, I give up. Let me take my anger out on Z-Box. World record, baby! Yeah, don't mess with me. Ho ho! This would be cool on a server to actually have people competing against each other. But yeah, this is a very cool mod, man. The most recent addition is what added the Coin Galaxy with its own UI. So I can imagine as this mod progresses, it will only be adding more and more of the actual mini games you can play yourself, which is very cool. One last prize before we move on. Let's see. Oh, I won a ROM. That's pretty cool. At number 5 is Ladders, and I'm sure most of you have seen this mod before. However, the original one has been broken for a while, and this one fixes that and brings it to the latest version of the game. I'm surprised this isn't a vanilla feature at this point. I still don't know what the reasoning for them not adding it is. It seems pretty common sense to do so. But thankfully we do have the modding community out there which make this game that much better. It's very simple, just hold E next to a ladder and you will climb up. And the same goes for climbing down, although the animation is a little bit dodgy, so don't be scared when they jump like that. Safely on the ground. Although I did just try this one here. Going up is fine, however I couldn't get him to climb down this one. That's the best route. And that may be a height issue, so be wary. Next up, we have Workshop Update Checker, and this is another one which should be vanilla. Once enabled, you will get this button on the home screen, and what this does is scan your active workshop mods and alerts you if any have been updated since your last session. You can click each of the mods to expand them. Right now I have none that have been updated, but this is what it looks like if you have. The vanilla mods page is a big upgrade from what we previously had, but still lacks some of the features that this mod adds. With all of the unstable patches being released and messing up mods, this just helps keep on top of that, because honestly, keeping up to date with all of the mods and those breaking are so annoying. And when you have a long list of them, it makes it very hard to know which ones are working, which ones have been updated, and this just makes that a little bit easier. So this is a simple mod which will come in very handy. Next up, we have the inevitable KI5, and I've selected 4 of them. We have the 69 Dodge Charger, the 96 Mitsubishi Lancer Evo 4, the 70 Plymouth Roadrunner, and 95 Subaru Impreza WRX STI. All of these were in the most popular list. And honestly, I don't think there's a week where a KI5 mod is not in the top 10 most downloaded. And that's for good reason too, just take a look at these cars. Growing up, personally, Mitsubishi and Subaru were some of my favourite cars, so these are very cool to me. My dad used to drive one of these, and I wanted one of these, or an Evo 6. If you are somehow unaware of KI5 mods, all of the cars have multiple front and rear bumpers with 2-tiered protection, fully animated hood, trunk, doors and windows, with a visible interior and character. All of the parts have 3D objects you can remove and place in the world, and there's plenty of extra parts to craft and find in the world to make the vehicle truly yours, such as bumpers, bull bars, window armor and roof racks, etc. There are multiple texture variations, armor protection, and they just look incredible. So we have the Dodge Chargers here, and there are 4 different variations. As you can see, this one I have attached all of the extras that are possible. These ones are standard, but I can show you what it looks like upgraded. Oh, that looks pretty sick. Here we have the Plymouth Roadrunner, which has a few texture variations, such as this race stripe. Then we have the Subarus, and there is the import and the converted versions, so you can have a left-hand or a right-hand drive. You can see as well there's quite a variety of textures, and it looks pretty cool and it's kitted out. Let's see what this one looks like though. Not bad. And then we have the Mitsubishi Evos, which are probably my favourite of them all. This has to be a close second though, this thing is sick. Just look how cool that little headlight animation is. Look at that, there we are. At number 8 is Hoarders Delight, box and carton bulk packing. Now I will say I'm definitely a slight hoarder, so this could be nice, because this adds over 200 new boxes and cartons for more efficient bulk storage. And these don't spawn in vanilla, so loot balance is not affected. It just allows you to pack up and organise your massive amounts of junk and loot more efficiently. Packing reduces encumbrance by 1/6 in most situations, so 12 kilograms of items make a 10 kilogram box, and this stacks from item to box to carton. This is going to be great for somebody who loves an organised, more neat looking storage system or base, or if you genuinely hoard so much you run out of space. And this lets you pack almost everything, covering many materials. Next up is Injured Zombies Stumble, and this makes it so when a zombie becomes injured and drops below a certain percentage of its maximum health, it may stumble and fall. Whether a zombie stumbles or not is determined by several factors, including its remaining health, maximum durability, movement type and overall toughness. And all of this is fully configurable through the sandbox settings. Oh yeah, there you go, you see them ones fall over there? Oh, and that one's actually crawling now as well. It doesn't seem like overkill either, like they're not all just falling over. I did spawn all these in at 50% health so I could show you. This actually makes sense in vanilla for just at least a few of them to be falling over at some point, because I don't know how they're so steady-footed. To be honest, a lot of these mods today are things that I think genuinely should and could be in vanilla. And that includes the next one, but we'll get on that in just a second. Let's watch a few more zombies fall over. Yeah, I like this one. This one makes sense. And it doesn't seem like too overpowered at all. And with the sandbox settings being so flexible, you can really tailor it to how you do like it. And last but not least, we have Item Condition Overlay. Now, I'm sure we've all seen this type of mod plenty of times, but this one is very popular at the moment. Let's find out why that is. So, in the hotbar, it will display multiple bars. We see here it shows the sharpness, the handle condition, and head condition. With firearms, it will show the condition and also the ammo count, which is very handy. It will show the sharpness of your item. With flashlights, it will show how much battery is remaining. And each of the bars are color coded. Green is for 75 to 100%, yellow for 50 to 75%, orange for 25 to 50%, and red for 0 to 25%. You can also see the bars in your inventory, but only for damaged items, so this brand new shotty doesn't have a bar. This type of mod has been recreated and had many different iterations over the years, and that's simply because it's something very handy that, for some reason, isn't in the base game yet. Anyway, that is all for today. Let me know down below which of these mods is your favourite. Have an amazing day, I'll see you in the next one, and peace.